Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing the next 5 stages. That's stages 17 to 21 of the Fanhome release to build the Michael Bay Optimus Prime.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Now we are going to be continuing with the right leg, and if you're unsure what that's looking like at the moment, here you go. So this is what it's looking like here. This is what we've created. I don't know if that is that the right way round. Is it that way round? I don't know. It looks that looks more believable. I think that's the way it's meant to be. But massive piece, and it's so intricate with some of the details on here. Look, check all of that out. But we are going to be building onto that today. Now, if you do want to get this for yourself, I have put a link down in the video description, and also there's a QR code on the screen there, which will take you to the Fanhome website. You can build this all the way from pack 1. But going to jump into it. Let's finish this leg. I don't know if it does finish it today because I've only had a quick brisk through the magazines, but we'll find out together. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So here's the stage 17 magazine. Just having a flick through so you can see everything there is in here, all about Transformers and the different kinds of Transformers there. And as you see, we are going to continue the right leg. So it looks like we are creating another wheel system here, just like we did last time. So by the end of it, it's looking like that. A nice easy place to start with, and that is the magazine. So everything I need is in this bag. Let's get all this out. And the first thing I'm going to do is take these 2 plastic sections of the ribs here, and I'm going to be putting them together. Doesn't matter which way round it goes, but I am holding them in with some IP screws. These are the silver screws which come in this bag here. And there's 4 of these screws to put into place. Now all we're going to do is we're going to be taking this rim and pushing it inside the tyre. This tyre is a little bit hard though for me to do that. So look, I've already prepared some boiling water just to soak that in for 30 seconds. So while I'm getting that ready, I've got a nice little clean mat here. I've done the washing in the workshop. So a little bit of oil there, I think. Yeah, you can have that side. Okay, I'm just going to be pushing that rim into the tyre. So because it's only a small tyre, it's not going to need long in there. I think that's about right, actually. Just dry it off and then push this rim inside. And as you can see, it's a lot more elasticy there. A lot more manipulatable. God, they're big words for a Wednesday. And there you go. That's in place like that. Just dry that off. As you saw, I did shake that off, so there's no water trapped in there, but that's what that's looking like. So once we've got the tyre like that, we want to get this hub to put in. It's going to go in this side, not this side. So just line that up, put the holes in and push that into place. Just like that. Then we're going to be putting this into this section here. It's going to go in this way, like that. But there is grooves inside here, which are going to match the grooves on the tyre there. So it's just a case of lining this up, just like this, and then pushing it down. You know you've done it right, because that should fit nice and flush in there like that. So that's how that's looking. Bring over the leg, and as you can see, we had already put one of these wheels in. We're going to be doing exactly the same, just on the other one below, just onto this peg here. So just line it up and clip it in. And that is all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 18, we are continuing on this right leg. Obviously, we've done the top of the leg. I'm guessing we're going to start the calf area of the leg now. So there's the magazine. And as you can see, we are now building onto this. And we are building down now. So this is just looking just like this. So by the end, we have got a manipulating joint by the look of it. So it's looking just like that. Here's the parts for stage 18. Let's get all of these out. Everything in this bag is metal. You can probably hear that, even these parts here. Because we're building the joint, I'm guessing that's why it needs to be made of metal. It's going to have a lot of forces on that, I'm guessing. So bringing the leg over, we're interested in this section of the leg, which has got the 2 holes on the metal here. So with the tyres facing up, I need this metal piece first. Not too hard to see how this goes. This is just going to go into this section just like that there. It's actually held in with GM screws. Now these are flange screws. I have put them in some oil because we are going into metal. And get these as tight as I can. And it does take 2 of these. I'm then going to be taking the other side of this. Again, piece of metal here going over the top. Just move this flap out the way. Like that. This time it's held in with different screws. These are BM screws. One in this side, one in the other side. So that's one there. Turn it over. As you can see, we've got the hole for the other one just there. And perfect, that's in place. Now we've got this white washer here, which is actually going to go over the end of this section here. So it's a case of just slipping it over like a sock. There you go. So that's in place like that. Now around this washer here, we've got these other two metal bands here, which I'm going to be putting in. This one's going to go in this side just like that there. And then we've got one going over the top. Just going to close that together. Just like that. Turn it over. And I'm going to be screwing this in once again with 2 BM screws. You do want this to be tight. And that's in place. And then the last thing to do is just into these indents here. I've got some O-rings to put on. So that's just a case of putting them over the whole thing and then just rolling them up. So that's one. Need to get one just above it. Hopefully this should be easier. There you go. Try again. There you go. And that is the 2 O-rings in place. And that is all there is to do in that stage. That leads us swiftly on to stage 19. Let's have a look at the magazine. Looking just like this. And again, we're continuing on to that right leg. Got some large parts in this one. Look, check this out. So we're going to be attaching this to that, which does mean we need the foot section now that we had from the previous packs. We're going to be putting these two together. That's going to look pretty interesting. So by the end, we have got pretty much a whole leg. Check that out. I'm going to love this stage. So bringing over the foot, we haven't seen this for a while, have we? We've got a bridge protection plate here, which needs to be taken off. Now, this is only plugs in, as you can see, onto that bit there. So when we replace this, it's just going to be a push down, but they want us to take this off for the time being. I'm just going to put that to one side while I open the pack, which is here. But I am going to need this little detail just here. Now, this is going to go into this joint section just down the bottom here. So I'm just going to line this up to get this in. And when it's in, it fits in there. What that does is that stops this foot bending back on itself like that. As you see, it's a little part there to stop that bending back. But that's in place. We can then, once that's in, just replace this section here by pushing it into place like that. Now, this assembly that we've got on the side here, we just need to remove that. And again, this was just a plug-in, so it just comes out like that there. We're going to be putting the leg that we've just created into the top here. Now, if you have a look at this joint here before we put it in, there's a hole in this section here. So what I want to do is there's a hole going through this whole thing. I want to put the leg in and put it all the way down just like that, because I have a pin to put in here. I'm going to bend that leg over. I think I'll keep better control. Now, this pin has got a smooth end and a rough end. We want to put the smooth end in through first, just into this hole here. Make sure it goes all the way through, and then I'm going to use my hammer here just to tap that in, like that. Once that's done, I can then put this joint back in place over the top. Whoop, other way. So this is now what that leg is looking like. Look how big it is. We don't actually need this for a second, so I'm going to gently put that there, just like that. All good. And I need these brackets here. Now, this has got a D-shaped hole on it. This is the bracket that I need first. So, I've got to match this up with this point here and put that on like that. Now, in the tops of these, I've got these split pins to put in. So, one's going to go this side like that. And on the other one, make sure it's round the other way to this. So, it's looking like that there. Another split pin in this side. Bring over the leg again, and it's this area I'm looking at here that I want to work on. This is just going to be going into the hole. Let's get it the right way around. The one with this round section is going to go into this side, like that. And the other one's going to go on this side here. Perfect. It's going to be attached to the main foot bodywork just down the bottom here with some BM screws. So one in there, and just one in the other side here. Excellent. So they're in place. I'm then going to be putting this back section on we do have this lug just at the back, which is going to go into this hole. Now, we do have some screw holes either side. We're not worried about them at the moment. It's just that section just there that I want to worry about. Line that up and make sure that goes into that point there, just like that. And as you can see, that's now held itself in, probably best on the side camera there, and that is all there is to do in that stage. I can't move on until we comment about this. Look at that leg. That's looking really good, isn't it? That's from that side, and that's from that side there. Excellent. Okay, so in stage 20, that leg looks almost finished. I'm guessing we're either still adding details or moving on down. Let's have a look. We are going to be doing some more details onto this. So we've got some armour plates to put on. These brackets, by the look of it, we've got here another bracket. So when they're all on, it's building onto the leg that we are just creating. So the first piece I'm going to be putting on is this piece here. It's going to be going onto the bracket that you can see on the top camera just here. So it faces down. It's going to go onto the bottom pin like this, and it's held in from the other side here with an RP screw. Now I just so happen to have one of them already lined up, and I'll get that into place there. And now that is able to move on the pivot, as you can see. Now on the same bracket here, we've got a hole at the top. We've got this piece of armour here. This is plastic. It's going to go into that area at the top just there. And it goes inside these two joints here. So like that. And that's held in from an SP screw either side. So one that side. Turn it over. And just one in the other side here. And again, those parts are able to pivot like that. And then turn this on its side here. We've got the last piece of armour going in. You've got 3 lugs on here, which are going to go into the 3 holes that we can see just there. So it's actually going to fit in like this. And I'm pushing them into place. Now to get these in, you are going to require to put pressure on the other side to clip them in. So I'm putting my finger under there to provide a force that's opposite to the one I'm pushing these bits in here. Can be tricky. And when that's in, it should look just like that. Now there is a little clip on the side here to put in as well. That will actually fix that into the slide. So you've got 3 holes here to put it in. And 1 in here. I'm wondering if it would have been easier to do this before we actually attach that. That was quite hard to put in, but that's looking pretty good. But that's all there is to do in that stage. So the last stage for this pack, stage 21. Here's the magazine. And it's going to be a nice simple one, this one, by the look of it. We're still working on the right leg. And we've just got this detail here to put in. A couple of details here, just like that. And these are big details, as you can see here. Check that out. Okay, the first one I've got is this little bracket here, which is just going to go into the holes here, here, and one more just down the bottom. So I'm just going to push them into place. So that now fits in perfectly like that. The next detail to put in looks like this. These go in these 2 lugs here. There is one bigger lug and one smaller lug. So let's get that in. 1, 2. And push that in. And then the last bracket we've got to go in is just the other pins that we can see there. So again, it's a case of just lining them up and pushing them in. So now we've got that full bracket there. That is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. We don't actually attach this yet. But let's just bring over the whole leg so you can see that on the side camera there. We have done absolutely loads. I like how things move around on this. And if I go back to this camera here, it's giving you an idea of how that looks. I mean, look, check it out. It's all right, isn't it? Let's leave that there. I don't know what I'm going to have for the thumbnail, because how can I show size with this? I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out afterwards. We'll make a nice thumbnail. But look, that's what it looks like from that side. And that's what it's looking like from that side. Pretty impressive, huh? If you want to get this for yourself, once again, I have put the link to the Fanhome website down there. You can get this all the way from pack 1. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.